I mean, pretty brutal series of losses to start, but I guess it makes up for the huge win streak yesterday. It's all in the variants. I still believe in this deck. Quite a lot. Bad matchup, but disconnect. Random 2 Frostbolt, Ice Lance, whatever. Shrug it off.
My shield for Argus!
Darn, that spell damage really helped.
I must safeguard the land. For the wild.
At least the hand block. I mean, he still hasn't played any of this Molten Giants, of which I have absolutely no answer. Nothing going for me. His hand lock doesn't have much of a hand. Yeah, Strevcrow did have a big game hunter in here. I took it out because I didn't see very many targets for it currently. This is of course the big deck to put it in against. And you very well may see it in again someday.
What to do?
Pay attention, class.
I am ready to learn.
My shield for Argus!
Alright.
Feel
2
nature's
health,
wrath.
1 health, 2 health, 3 health, it's the same against that board.
For the wild. So many possibilities. You face Jaraxxus, Eladon Lord of the Burning Legion!
Oh man, Jaraxxus style finish. Wait, that's good. Means Molten Giants can't be played. Oh man, he just got a chance at this game. Oh man, he actually left 3-5 damage on board against... Apparently I pressed him harder than I thought.
What to do?
Boy, that was a pretty dangerous turn. I imagine it was his best one though. So I died of 4 damage if I don't clear the Mountain Giant, which means the Ancient Watcher could kill me. Probably have to clear the Mountain Giant, although that leads to my pretty guaranteed loss. I have a Savage Roar in this deck. What if I use the hero ability? Nah, that's too much damage.
I am ready to learn.
Time waits for no one.
Into the breach!
This might look close, but it's nowhere close. I feel like I'm getting crushed.
For the wild.
the Jiraxis advantage will kick in. Basically, if you can't kill the Lord Jiraxis in like a turn or two, you've probably lost. Which is fair, because when you play the Lord Jiraxis, you basically skip your turn, and you're at 15 health. Currently his Molten Giants cost, what, 12? He's minus 7, 13. The good news is that means he has a few dead cards in his deck, since I assume they weren't in his hand. The bad news is I'm out of fuel here. Alright.
Well played. I concede.
Malfurion versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine!
I must protect the wild.
Oh man. This is a risky hand to keep against both. I consider this to be a kind of the worst hand I would keep. Not bad.
I greet you. My greetings.
Coin tap. Oh, that's a giveaway to what deck he is. Well, not absolutely. Pretty certainly, though. My hand got a lot better, though. Might actually be able to pressure him with the 2, the 3, and the 4. That's not bad.
I must safeguard the land.
I really want to save that for the Twilight Drake, and yet putting on pressure is pretty important. At least I got pretty much the fastest start this deck can get. With the claw charge mode, huh? Is that what my deck is telling me to do? Yeah, I think that's what my deck is telling me to do. Alright.
Where shall I strike?
Nature's wrath.
my shield for Argus.
The right card. If he had Shadow Flame, would he have played it instead? No, he wouldn't have. I think Wrath, a 4 and a 2.
What to do?
I guess I kill the other thing too. Might as well.
Pay
He didn't
attention,
play any
class.
Molten Giants, so this is actually not looking too grim for me.
I am ready to learn.
The sad thing is, for all the things that could have happened, this is probably one of the least bad ones. I mean, although he did have some catastrophic for him turns. Welcome to Valley Town, Beals on Wheels.
So many possibilities.
I shall do as you say.
And the good news is, I haven't drawn the Savage Roar yet. The other good news is this is lethal on the board, but unlikely.
Shields up.
Take heart. The Earth Mother is near.
Shields up.
Well, kind of nice to know that there's one card in the 17, which will probably win me the game if I draw him. Savage Roar. Oh boy. I wonder if you had to decide, like, copy Cairn or copy Giant?
Almost out of time.
I wonder if Power of the Wild wins me the game. Not anymore. Okay, Wrath, a fine draw. That's even better. Whoa. Yeah, I have to. That's too bad, because if I could Wrath his face, then that would be 6 damage. But that's not realistic.
I got this.
Ishne Hollow.
Well, good news is this is lethal on the board, but there's no way. Oh. Oh, and Soul Fires, yeah, cool. I mean, not cool, but it's a thing. Five, 11 damage. No.
What to do?
I wonder if that'll work. Kind of a long shot, but worth a try. Oh, yikes.
Well played.
I wonder where I can put in that big game hunter if I were to put it in. That stays. No, 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 no. Maybe. Harvest Golem for big game. Swipe. The Harvest Golem is, strangely enough, kind of a weak link. I mean, not really. It serves its purpose. Maybe one Azure Drake, as I do have the 2 Karen or Ancient of Lores already. I also believe 2 Azure Drake could be overkill. Alright, let me switch that out for a big game. It doesn't suck as a 4-2. Though it's not great. Alright, well, I'll do that change. I'm not happy with it, but I'll do it anyways. Well, the Teacher is the best card in this deck. No chance of that getting cut. Really, guys? Oh, yeah. Can't tell how many of them are trolls.
Watch your back.
I must protect the wild.
The Violet teachers are pretty volatile in how good they are, but sometimes they just win the game. And at worst, they're 4 mana 3/5, just like Tazinga. And it's almost like they have taunt anyways, because they're that good.
Shields up.
For the wild.
Obviously, Big Game Hunter would be a lot better as an Azure Drake here, but Big Game Hunter is a metagame. It's like the definition of a metagame card. You put it in if you think that there's stuff to shoot with it.
I got the best deals anywhere.
And obviously, it's slightly worse if there's nothing to shoot with it.
I got this.
Gonna use that Drew one anyways. Actually ain't bad. It's a very strong next couple turns. Hopefully strong enough to compete with this auctioneer.
Ha, this guy's toast.
I got this.
Take heart. The Earth Mother is near.
And it's a Big Game Hunter target. Yeah, well that is both conceals there. Pretty rough though. It's drawn 8 cards over me already. It's these games where there's not much you can do to interact with your opponent other than hope that they draw bad, which are what cause people to be frustrated against Miracle Rogue. Looks like it was a very good Miracle Rogue draw. The win rate might be balanced is because sometimes they sink and they don't actually get the combo off, but there's times where they do, you feel pretty hopeless. Man, I'm probably dead the next turn.
I've got the beast in my sight.
I guess I'll gain the 1 health. Maybe that'll matter. He's used both cold bloods. That's something.
I got this.
For honor.
For the wild.
In fact, he might not be able to kill me this turn. Physically, just because he's used both cold bloods. The worst he can do is Leroy Shadow Step, which is 12 for 6 mana. Next turn, the worst he can do is Leroy Shadow, which would be 18 damage, but if it's only Leroy Shadow, then that's 12. But then you can have 2 more mana for something like Eviscerate. Grumble, grumble.
Well played.
Well played.
There wasn't much I could do in that game. It's kind of what you feel against these scumbag miracle rogues when they pull off the miracle. Grumble, grumble.
Malfurion versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine. I must protect the wild.
It's like the best hand you can get against you.
Why do you call?
Wow. This is going to be pretty favored in my side just because I have it.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Time for big turn. Well,
I must safeguard the
not big enough. Yeah, it's gotta be the best.
I must safeguard the
It's just I already have the Sun Fury Protector, so I was tempted to use that instead, but this clears two guys off the board while losing none of mine. Too good.
So many possibilities.
The light protects me.
Where shall I strike?